Hey, what's up, everyone? Morty Croson here, and today we're going to be doing a throwing mechanics breakdown on CJ Stroud. I want to give a quick shout out to QB13. He recommended this video, so we're doing this for you here. And big thing that we want to be able to focus on within CJ Stroud's throwing motion is the footwork. We also want to look at his quick release. We've done videos in the past about this and how quick he's able to get the ball out of his hands, but also I think he does such a great job, maybe the best job when it comes to being able to get the ball out of his hands quick. So we can see good little RPO here where he's just reading the linebacker to see what they're doing. And based off of what is the response, it looks like he's looking at this guy right here. He's going to either pull it or hand it off. And we can see that we're getting a lot of forward action here. So he's going to pull it and get rid of the ball nice and quick. We're going to take a look at that time, which he starts it at 37.77, and then he's getting the ball out at about 03. This is another quick release, 0.26. We already talked about how fast he's able to get the ball out of his hands. I might have started it a little bit earlier, so it might be 0.28. At the most, it's 0.3, which again, 0.3 is the average. So, even being at 0.3, that would still be a really good time. You can see perfect ball, able to complete it. And here's another, I think, good play here. So we could see that the play's already started when we start the screen here. But based off of this, there's a lot already going on. It looks like they are sending a lot of heat, right? We have 5 people that are coming. They have 2 people that are also close up to the box. We also see the linebacker running with the running back. So we could see that he's really wanting to get the ball out of his hands quick. He doesn't know if his protection is going to end up being able to hold up. And I'm sure he even sees this guy coming free. Does a great job being able to, with all that happening, be able to set his feet, get rid of the football, not even take a hit, and get a first down. And that's just what we see time and time again with him, is he's just very good and very effective at being able to get the ball out of his hands quick. And again, just does a great job with the footwork. Here's another one where he sees right away, lost the lineman. He has 3 guys against a lineman that fell down. And so he is aware enough to be able to get the ball out of his hands to the running back. And a lot of people that I would see in this position would throw the ball away, maybe throw it to the running back, but would throw it in the dirt. But he ends up not only getting the ball to the running back, but makes really a perfect throw. I mean, that couldn't have been in a better spot to lead him upfield. Ends up being a first down on 2nd and short and gets about 20 yards. So just another great example of what makes him so elite with how well he's able to manage the game. Here's another great example. So this is going to be a 5-step drop and just delivers a perfect comeback route. We could see with how he bends into that back leg, does a very good job absorbing into that back leg, rises up, pushes up out of that lower half, does a great job maintaining the stability within that front leg as he's coming through. And this is something that I posted a video about yesterday. I talked about with Caleb Williams, and I think it is another important thing that we want to be able to see and recognize is that when these guys are throwing these underneath routes, these 20 to 30 yard routes or under, the ball is getting in front of the shoulder during the release. If you watch yourself throwing and the ball is getting released even with the shoulder, or behind the shoulder is even worse, but even with the shoulder even is something to tell you that you are getting rid of the ball too early in comparison to the body. You're not getting the ball out in front enough. You need to be able to do a better job with the wrist and getting it in front so then you can get a downward action on the ball. This is another thing that we're seeing a lot of the top quarterbacks do that I think is an important thing to be able to recognize within your own throw. And if you're struggling with this, I have a video that talks about the grip. I'll put the card in here too, that will help you in being able to get to the right position with the ball coming out of your hand. Because if you're gripping the ball incorrectly, that's going to make it so then the ball is going to come out too early. Where if you get the right grip, then you'll be able to get into the right position with the wrist as it's coming through. And I think what's important too, real quick, when watching CJ Stroud as he's releasing the ball, he just does a really good job of, as the ball's coming out of his hand, then shifting his weight onto his front leg. Notice how he has a lot of his weight back behind his heel, his front heel, as that weight's coming forward. So then when the ball comes out of his hands, that's when he shifts the weight through, not beforehand. But again, just to go back into what we were really talking about, which is just the footwork. He has, I think, to me, if not the best, I could say that Patrick Mahomes, I think, has really good footwork as well. I would say that Lamar Jackson is up there Additionally, some of the times he does a really good job just because he's almost trying to run, and so he's able to escape that way. But I think Lamar Jackson is very good at being able to create space in the pocket and very good with his feet and being able to throw. But, nobody can really make throws like this. I mean, again, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, but those are elite guys, 5, 10 quarterbacks in the world. You know how many quarterbacks are in the world? How many people are doing this on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays? There's not very many people that can, with their protection going down and really a free rusher, right? Easily gets by the guard. He makes his linemen look really good in a lot of occasions and just throws a perfect ball, right? Easy completion. This is a good corner, too, and is still able to just get the ball into the right spot. And this is what, again, is just super impressive with him. And I would say when you're watching him play, that's what I would really start study is his footwork, his timing. Does a good job here settling in the pocket, reads the defense, gets the ball out, right? He's not holding onto the ball for a long time. He's very good at getting his base, setting, reading the defense, making the decision, and then delivering the pass. And you could tell he's just done that over a long period of time, really practiced it, really developed it, right? Does a good job here. Goes through the progression. He really has 2 checkdowns he can go to here, decides he's just going to run and get the first down, slide, get to the next play. I mean, just so many impressive things that he does. This is why he is, if not the best quarterback right now, he is amongst the best in the entire NFL, and he's only doing that in his second season, which is just super impressive. This is a good one of being able to see front foot down, right? So it's more of a forward view, and then a good amount of rotation in those hips and in that front shoulder, even though he stays tall, and that helps him being able to get that elbow forward. What we see is that people, when they lean more over with the head, or if they're not rotating in the hip, right, not getting that hip through, then that's what will cause that hand or the elbow to go more off to the side rather than getting that elbow up and through. So we need to be able to stay stable within that front leg. We need to be able to rotate within that front hip to make it so then we can get the ball into a good position during the release. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you guys can apply that information. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them down below. Also, check out some of the things that we offer with our breakdowns and quarterback university and everything like that. I think there's a lot of value you can get from that when applied properly, and would be happy to answer any questions about that as well. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.